Good evening, everyone. I hope I'm live and I hope you can hear me. I have had mega issues with my equipment again. There is definitely something going on with the universe and trying to stream live. I've had trouble with the webcam broke. I've had trouble with the speakers. I've had trouble with the sound. So if you can hear this and you're viewing, please let me know in the comments that you can see me, hear me, and whether there's any echo. I know the last stream that we did on Friday, there was a severe echo. So I'll try and get rid of that. Okay, well, thank you for joining me. Hi, Tracy. Hi, Bruce. Bruce will be joining me later on as well to do the personal readings. I'm going to do your pick a card reading for the week ahead first, as I always do. I have put out 3 groups of cards already, group 1 to group 2 and group 3. I think you chose group 1, Tracy. And the echo's okay, brilliant. Okay, I shall carry on then. Okay, so there's 3 groups of cards, group 1, group 2, group 3. Let your energy be guided to the group that you feel drawn to, because the messages that come out within the cards, they are there for you to see. They're meant for you. Also this week or today, actually, or last night, we had the full moon. And the full moon energies this time of year for this particular moon is lucky, generous, optimistic. It's a time for spending with family. We know that with Christmas anyway, but the energy of the moon brings that in for us at this particular time. It's a time to be with the people that you love and time to share your affection with those people that you love. It's also a good time to start a new business or grow a new business as well. Okay, so let's get on with your pick a card readings. Now, I have put the oracle cards for each group, but I do the tarot cards as we get into it. If you want a personal reading, let us know in the comments. Bruce and Kay should be both on the comment section. I'm not looking at the comments at the moment because I want to get on with these pick a card readings. Okay, so if you chose group 1, we have the lovely Amethyst with group 1. And I know, Tracy, you've chosen group 1 this week as well. Amethyst I have a lot of. You can see a piece in the window behind me, that side actually, because the camera's opposite. Yeah, so the Amethyst it brings calmness. It bridges the gap between this world and the spiritual world. It brings you healing. It opens the third eye. It brings you closer to spirit. And it also gives you that spiritual awakening. So if you're looking to develop spiritually, then Amethyst is a great crystal to use for that. So that's to go with group 1. Okay, so your first card is from the Patrick Gamble deck, and it's a reflection. And you have the 2 wolves. It's always like a mirror. And what I feel with this card, it's about looking ahead to the future and not looking back, not going back on past events and past footsteps. And also liking what you see in the reflection as well. So looking at yourself in the mirror and actually saying to yourself, I love you. How many of us actually do that? How many of us rather find fault in the things that we can't do, or the way we look, or something like that? This card is saying, look at yourself and look what you can achieve, and look what you can do. Retracing your footsteps going backwards is not going to do you any good at this moment in time. So I feel also that there's something from the past, a past situation that has risen its head. And I think, Tracy, in last week's reading, you've got that as well. It's that someone was coming back from the past. It's almost as though there's that past situation that's still hanging around. The second card in group 1 is commitment, and it's 2 beautiful swans. I love this picture because actually, if you see swans in real life, they do make the love heart. And commitment, it's about committing to who you are as well. And loving your own uniqueness. I always think of the story of the ugly duckling. And this very much is the case. That it's almost as though you've blossomed into this beautiful white swan. I also feel that it's commitment to spirit. I feel that this is your step to committing to spirit and making it happen. It's very much what I like about both of these cards is there's two of each animal. So it's almost as though you've got two sides, your physical self and your spiritual self, and it's balancing the two. And where do you put your energy? How much energy is going to go into your spiritual development? Last card for the it's got two. Do you know what? I pull these cards by random. I shuffle the decks and I pull them by random. And group one has got another one with a black and a white cat. And the actual word on the card is differences. And this card is about embracing the differences in each and every person and actually embracing the differences that are in you. I've always been told by my family that I'm weird, but I like it. I like being weird. So yeah, this is about embracing who you are and loving yourself in your skin and being exactly who you were meant to be. Love your uniqueness, group one. Okay, your tarot for the week ahead. As always, I'll have 3 cards from the tarot. The deck that I'm using this week is the Spellcaster's Tarot, which is beautiful. Well, they're all beautiful, but this is a lovely deck as well. Okay, so group one, what do you need to know this week? We have the 3 of Wands. I absolutely love it in this one because it's almost as though the eagle was got a message to say. And this is about putting down your roots. This is very much a karma card. So what do you need to do? You need to focus on building, I think, physical and spiritual. There's a focus for both. It's not focus in one direction. It's building around the physical and building around the spiritual as well. What things might be in your way? And we have the 2 of Wands. Again, choices, decisions. There's a little bird in this card. I'm not sure if you can see it. I will hold it to the camera and see if you can see it. So it's almost as though I want to say it's a song thrush because I want to say that there's a message for you. So look out for the birds, the animal kingdom this week, because they're going to have a message for you. And your last card for the week ahead, group one, is Judgment. It's number 20 in the tarot, and it's almost as though everything you've done, very much like the reflection card here, everything that you've done, everything where you've been, all of those experiences have brought you to where you are right here, right now, in this position. And it's almost as though shut the lids and the coffins on the past and welcome what's coming, because there are big changes coming for you in the new year. Okay, group one, that's your reading for the week ahead. Before we get on to group two, if you've just joined us, please let us know in the comments that you're here. Please like, please share the page, please share the live. We're on group two, and group two is the black tourmaline. Another beautiful crystal. And I have brought this evening to show you in the live the huge piece of orange calcite that I have that, well, I don't have it. I borrowed it from Bruce and I never gave it back. But yeah, I've brought that to show you tonight. But black tourmaline is very much a grounding stone. It clears all negative energy. And I don't feel that there's negative energy out there. I just feel that there's incompatible energy. It's something that me and Bruce teach, that there's incompatible energy. So it's the incompatible energies that are around you. It clears that all away. It brings you self-confidence. It makes you stand up straight. And it opens up your trust and your love in those around you and all that's going on as well. Okay, group two. Your first card from the Patrick Gamble deck is Earth Connections. See what other animals are in there. There's so much in these beautiful cards, but I do feel that there's a really strong connection to earth-based healing with you. But I do feel with that, because he's got his beard as the waterfall, and water to me is always emotions. So I do feel that there's been emotion, but I also feel like there's a divide around you. There's a divide around family or a partner. It's almost as though there's a split there. There's a difference of opinion or I think there's a family situation that's kind of spread out. I do feel that Spirit are trying to send in a solution towards that. There's healing coming your way as well. We do give out healing on a Sunday evening at 9 p.m. So if you'd like to put your name in the comments or send us a message, actually, and we'll add you to our healing list. Or just send me an email as well, Sonia at the spiritualcentre.net, sorry, and we'll add you to the list. Okay, your next card for group 2 is Soulmates. And it's got 2 butterflies that are joining together. And with the Soulmates, I don't feel this is... it's a very strange card to have with the Earth card, but I feel it's as though it's about you being happy with who you are. And if you love yourself totally, then others, you'll attract the love that you deserve and need. So it's almost as though this soulmate connection is a soulmate connection with yourself and being whole in your complete self as well. Okay, the last card, there you go, is Wishing. Try and get it some in the camera. Let me move the spiritual center because it's not in the way. Let me move it up there. That's better. Okay, so Wishing. I always feel with a Wishing card here, is she's sitting at a wishing well. Be careful what you ask for this week. Watch your thoughts, because we do get what we ask for. And I do feel that as well, your dreams can come true. It's almost as though you're being given something in dream time. So watch for your dreams, because dreams are going to give you something this week. Again, I've got 2. It's 2 all the way through for group 1 and group 2, because group 2 had 2s, but the group 1 had all 2 of the same animal. These ones have got groups of 2 differences. There's 2 sides to this one. There's 2 butterflies, and I almost feel that there's 2 here as well. And there's 2 people sitting at the wishing well as well. So this is very much with another person. There's a lot of healing coming around you and another person as well. Okay, group 2. I do feel you're at crossroads as well. Okay, so let's see what the tarot has to say for your group 2 for the week ahead. Okay, and your first card is the 5 of Cups. If we look at the card, there's spilt cups down here, but there's 2 that are still full up. There is the waterfall again, which is in the first card, the Earth connection card. So this is emotional, but again, we had it with group 1. I feel group 1 and group 2 have very similar messages, because I feel that it's about turning around the other way, putting your head up high and walking down a different pathway. You are at a crossroads, but choosing a different path to go down. What things can get in your way this week? Again, it's so similar to group 1. We have the 6 of Cups. Again, that's family. There is a rift within family. I feel it so strongly that there is something that needs sorting out with a family situation, whether it's been a week, a day, a month, a year. There needs to be a coming together of family members. Final outcome, group 2, is the 2 of Pentacles. Another 2. And there we go. Another choice. You will be juggling this week. You will be juggling with decisions. You'll be juggling. I think finances could be difficult as well. I think finance is difficult for most people this time of the year, but I think especially for group 2, you're going to have financial issues. But we have here, and a lot that we've spoken about on our lives, is the dog. And the dog is about that family tie, that connection. The dog loves unconditionally. So I feel that this is as well bringing together family and connections as well. Okay, let's get on to group 3. And group 3 is the purple Flourite, which doesn't give this piece of crystal the justice it deserves on camera. It doesn't look very bright, but it is. Here we go. You can see at certain points it is truly amazing. It's almost as though it's got a light inside. I wish you could see it in its true beauty. So what does the purple fluorite mean? Well, it's about direction. It's about self-love. And it's about having confidence and peace. It's purity. It's visualization. It's spirit communication as well. So group 3, if you're looking to develop spiritually or bring all those things in, then that's a perfect group for you. Okay. First card, which is from the Patrick Gamble cards, is the Winter's Dream. Perfect for this time of year with the full moon as well, which we were speaking about earlier. I feel that the light is attracting you and you're making way to the light. I feel that there's a doorway that's opening up for you as well. So there is a new opportunity that's coming. The words that I get with this particular picture is freedom, magic, the elves, the pixies, the winter wonderland. This is your time to discover. It's about going out and exploring and having fun and going on adventures. Your second card, which is again this lovely card, which is life purpose. And I feel that with the life purpose, we all have a set life purpose, but our life purpose is to be who you are meant to be you. I do feel that with this, your voice is going to open up. It's almost as though you have something to say or something to give. It's almost as though your heart is giving, but you have something to give. You have a lot to give to someone. I think things are falling into place for you. I feel like there's a real settled energy around group 3. Okay, and your last card again is so similar. We've got the full moon here, but we've got the moon there, but the moon is further away, and the card is hope. And I feel that there might be some distractions. It's almost as though there is that new door opening, but it's just out of reach, or it's just out of touch. But there is hope. Always have hope. Maintain faith. If you have faith, then you know that things will work out how you want them to work out. I do think that good things are going to come from it as well. Okay, last 3 cards before we start on the personal readings, and this is for group 3 for your week ahead. What do you need to know? Oops, and we have on the top the 9 of Wands. It's almost as though she's looking for a way out, but if you look at what she's done, she's actually built a really good boundary around herself. So I feel that she's really strong, but she does need to sort out the clutter and sort out the things that she doesn't need from what she does need. So I feel this is really important. Get rid of what you don't need. We've got the 10 of Wands of what's going to stop you, because you're not going to be able to see. So today I did have a huge clear out of my sideboard cabinet that is full of tarot cards, absolutely bursting. I collect them. I will continue to collect them because I love them. But it's almost as though that's what you need to do. You need to have a good old clear out. Your final outcome for your week ahead is the 9 of Cups. What we said with this card, which was life purpose, be you. The 9 of Cups is loving yourself unconditionally, self-love and self-acceptance. And I feel you've got the full moon in there as well. So use the energy of the full moon. Okay, group 3, that is your reading for the week ahead. Okay, I'm going to invite Bruce into the stream now, give myself a little breather, and then we'll be doing some personal readings. Hello, Bruce.
Hi, guys.
Okay. Right, before we get on with what's going on, I'm just going to show you my crystal. I've bought it tonight. Here it is. It is a piece of orange calcite. I don't know if
That's mine.
was.
That is mine.
It was. It is beautiful. But I could feel the energy from it doing those readings. But it is
That disappeared about 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
I think longer than that, probably. Probably 5 or 6 years, maybe. But it's so heavy. But it is a lovely piece of crystal. It really is. But yeah. So I thought I'd bring him in tonight as we were talking about him last week. I don't know why I call it a him, but it is a him. But it's almost like it's got a face on it as well. But there. Okay. I'll let you
just got a quick message to everybody that's following us on YouTube. Apologies if you're not getting my messages. I am answering your messages, but my messages are not being relayed to YouTube. I'm answering through this platform. So anybody on YouTube, can you send us another message? Let Sonia see you as well. I'm seeing some of the messages, but I'm not seeing all of them. Okay, we've got Taz, we've got Rupali, we've got Varuna. I'm not sure where Alison's from. Alison's there somewhere. We've also got Lindsay, we've also got Anne, and we've got Anna. Anna, we haven't seen you for ages. How are you?
Hello, Anna.
Haven't seen you for ages. It's so good to get your energy back. Right, number of people looking for readings. Tracy is looking for a reading, and Tracy wants to be added to our healing list. Rupali wants feelings and thoughts about Mayank. Mayank, I do hope I'm saying that properly. What's going on with Mayank? Let me be blunt. I think Mayank's been a bit of an arse. He needs a little corrective metaphorical slap to bring them into line. Don't be afraid to speak your mind. You'll be much better valued for it. Sit in your own power, speak your mind. Put him in his place. Okay, we've got Taz. We've got Anna. Anna wants a reading, but Anna hasn't asked what the reading's for. Anna, tell us, do you want a general reading or a month ahead or what's going on over Christmas or a love reading or what sort of reading do you want? Give us a clue. Right, we've got Alaya. We've got Anne who wants to go onto the healing list. Varuna, exam stress. Oh, I'll come back to you on that one. Let me come back to you on that one. Lindsay wants a reading. Anne Metcalf. Oh, Anne, I've got a reading for you. That was a nice connection. Okay, I've got a reading for you. Okay, anybody else who wants a reading? Anybody else wants a reading? Let us know. Come through again, please. Alison, just saw your message. A love reading. That's great. Anna, Spoilette. Sonia, Spoilette?
No, she's spoilt for choice. There's so many issues.
Oh, I see. Okay, and of course tonight's tarot. Now, last week I got a terrible telling off by Sonia. She ripped me apart for not doing tarot because tonight is about tarot. Well, that's Sonia's forte. Sonia loves the tarot.
Sonia does.
Sonia does the tarot. You're spoilt for choice, Sonia. What would you like to do?
I've got a card for Anna. I've pulled a card for Anna. And the card that I've pulled, if I can get it into the picture without too much reflection, is the Magician. Put yourself first, Anna. You put everyone else before you. You think about anyone, the neighbours, the friends down the road, everyone else except for yourself. And now is the time to put yourself first. I don't know there's a lot going on with you, Anna. I know. I've got a good connection with Anna. And I feel that it's almost as though your nan wants to give you a slap. I've got strong energy of your nan, and she is wanting to give you a slap, and She wouldn't have put up with it, she says. She wouldn't have put up with it. She wants you to put yourself first. The energy is really strong from her, and I feel that it's almost as though it's a hug, but it's a hug with a purpose. It's not a hug to come and say I love you. It's a hug to push you to see what's going on and see that. I don't want to say you're being used. I don't think you are, because I don't like that. But taken advantage of, yes. So
I get the feeling that it's not quite a hug. It's more of a let me take your arm and lead you on.
Yeah, but she's actually pulling you forward. She's actually wanting me to move.
That's what I get. I'm getting, so she's holding your arm so you can't move because she's got your arm, and she's taking you forwards, and she's saying, I will show you how to do this. Follow my lead.
Yeah, you are very much like her, Anna. You are just like her, because she would have had the same, she would have been the same with, I've just got that same energy that I get from you that I get from her as well.
Yeah, very much so.
It's lovely energy, though. I hope that resonates, and I hope you take her advice as well. Okay, I'll let you choose the next one.
Okay. I'm just going back to see who wanted what reading. We only get a very, very brief snippet of what's going on. Varuna, you want to know about exam stress? Okay, the easiest thing to do with exam stress is a nice deep breath. Put your hands over your solar plexus and take a nice deep breath. So you're forcing those hands away from your solar plexus and you're bringing your hands back in. You always put strong hand over the weak hand. So if you're left-handed, then put your left hand over your right. If you're right-handed, put your right hand over your left. Your left hand is the emotion. So put the emotion over your solar plexus. The solar plexus is your gut instinct. So what you're doing is calming down your instincts. You're calming down your fight or flight mode. So put the weak hand over the solar plexus and put the strong hand, that's the reassurance. Now you're putting the reassurance over the weak hand, over the solar plexus. And just bring them in together and breathe. So you're forcing your stomach out, you're forcing your hands away, and you're letting your hands come back in. And you settle. And what this does is lines up all the energy centers all the way through. Because it lines up all the energy centers all the way through, that goes from the crown to your third eye, which is important. Your third eye works with the solar plexus. So the third eye and the solar plexus are linked. So now your third eye is looking forward, your solar plexus is calming down, and you've got your throat chakra. So the energy center around the throat. What do you use your palm chakras for? Communication. You've already shut down the communication. So now you're listening. Now you're listening to yourself. What comes next? The heart. So now the heart has come down, the solar plexus has calmed down, all the energies are centered. All the stress is going down to Gaia, going down to Mother Earth, and you're feeling a lot more relaxed. The easiest way of calming down. If you go on my website, I've got a thing there. How do I, because I'm stressed, I can't remember.
Quick tips.
It's called Feel Better in a Minute. Is that right? Feel Better in a Minute. I've got a whole section on my website, Feel Better in a Minute, and it gives you all the tips like this. So that's a nice, easy one for you. It's always weak hand, strong hand over weak hand. The left hand is always emotion. The right hand is always the physical. It's the energies around you. So work with that. Look at my quick tips on the website, and that will calm you right down. Okay, Sonia.
Okay, I haven't got anything for that reading, but I have pulled a card for the next one. I got pulled towards Lindsay Wood, if you're still here. Also, can you let us know as well if you're still here, if we call your name, because we only see the last few comments. So if you'd like a reading, then you'd have to keep putting it in the comments so that we can see it. Because the ones that have gone, we can't see anymore. It's the software we're using. We can't scroll back. But Lindsay, what I've pulled for you is the Queen of Pentacles. And the dog shows itself yet again. I don't know how many times the dog's come out in the last couple of weeks, but the dog is there. The Queen of Pentacles, look, if you look at her face, I'm not sure how you can see it. She looks a bit down, slightly down, but it's almost as though I'm feeling with you that there's something else for you. There's something else for you to do. You also have got the squirrel in this particular deck, and the squirrel is a mischief maker. The squirrel, he'll take the nuts and he runs off with them. So I feel that there's someone around you that's causing a bit of mystery and a bit of cheekiness around you as well. Excuse me. Hold on a minute.
Is that your dog? And you got the front to moan about my dog. Okay, we've got a load of more people joined us. We've got Marshall, we've got Spiritual Healings, we've got Tree, we've got Jasmine, we've got Jaswinder, we've got Posh 82. Posh 82, your last message. Will I be successful with the interview tomorrow? The answer is, I'm going to give you a card. I'm going to give you a card. I've just seen Tree. Now I'm going to dig my cards out. I'm so unprepared for tonight. I'm going to dig my cards out. Tree has put me onto my deck, which is all the cards. Lindsay, Sonia's about to finish your reading now. Her dog shut up. I'm going to shuffle my deck for Posh 82.
Okay, so yeah, very much the dog is important, Lindsay. I feel that there is not necessarily, you don't have to have a dog. I do feel that it's family connections and ties. I also feel that there's a need for balance and there is a need for healing around you. I feel that especially this week, you've got a lot more going on than most of us. So it's about taking time out. Make sure you set aside time for yourself. I've been thrown off by my dog barking, so I'm going to let Bruce carry on. Sorry about that, Lindsay.
I'm doing it.
If I get anything else,
is Posh 82 going to be successful in her interview tomorrow? I've been working with her energy. I saw her earlier and her name just reappeared. For all of those that you've just joined us, please keep the messages coming. We're only watching about half a dozen messages. So once that message has scrolled past, we can't go back to it. So I've got a list. When you see me on the keyboard, I've got a list of all these people that have come out. So I know they've showed up. But I'm not putting anything by the side. I'm not that good. Jasmine wants a message from her guides. And I'm just wondering what will occur if I message Jasper. That's from Alea. Right, okay, Posh 82. Are you going to be successful in your interview tomorrow? Tree inspired me to use my cards. And look at that. Look at that. All-knowing. Strength, nobility, history, wisdom, all-knowing. Okay, go to your interview tomorrow. Know that there is a very strong personality in spirit coming with you. Know that there's a very strong personality. I'm trying to read another message.
Yeah, I know, it's very open.
Right, okay. So from small acorns, large oak trees grow. So take this as your message that tomorrow is going to be successful. And tomorrow, if you don't get this interview tomorrow, the acorns that you're sowing will go far and wide. So from small acorns, large oak trees grow. I believe you will be successful tomorrow. From the energies that's coming and from this, I say that you're going to be successful tomorrow. And just go in there, give it your best shot. Know that you've got a very strong energy going in there with you, just pushing you forward, just edging you into this. Okay? So take that, Posh 82. I hope it works well for you. Do come back to us, let us know. I believe you're going to be successful, but come back, let us know.
Okay, I want to say thank you to Jazz Winder for subscribing to the YouTube channel. It does mean a lot. My next card is going to be for Tracy. Tracy Hand.
Good, because your dogs just set her dogs off.
Yeah. I say my dog never ever interrupts. We had the conversation earlier today, and what does she do mid-stream tonight?
From a psychic link, from a spiritual link, I'm getting the feeling that Kelly Cranch is about to join us. But I'm also cheating, and I'm looking at Anna Kirk's message. Kelly Cranch, we look forward to seeing you soon.
Okay, let's go with Tracy. Right, Tracy, I've got two cards. The King of Swords, which came out, which I pulled, and also the Eight of Wands, which are things are up in the air. So it's almost as though you don't have clear direction. You might have clear direction, but you don't know what that direction is yet. I feel that Spirit, particularly a particular male guide, as that's what I'm feeling from this. This is a spiritual guide that's coming and is going to give you that clarity of what it is you should be doing and pushing you in the right direction. Because I feel like you've got a finger in 20 pies and it's almost as though you don't know which pie to choose. There's all your pies here, and Spirit are going to come in and give you that one, knock it out to just one clear direction. You're going to have a much clearer direction as you go into next year. But don't push it. Don't push it. There's no need to push it because Spirit are going to give it to you. So it's just being open, being receptive to what messages you get and what direction you get drawn to. Because Spirit show us things in the strangest of ways. We could hear a song. We could see numbers, a feather. But there will be signs from Spirit that this is what you should be doing. And if they say if you see it once, yeah, you don't take much notice. Twice and you start to take notice. See it 3 times and it's an absolute confirmation of what you should be doing and you should be listening. So, yeah, you're going to get the messages from Spirit of exactly where your pathway is heading, Tracy. Okay, Monster. Hi, Monster. Okay, Bruce, where are you going next?
Well, I'm with Tree.
Okay.
Because Tree inspired me to use my tree cards earlier, my Ogham cards. So what I'm doing now is I'm coming away from the Ogham cards and I'm using the Druid Animal Oracle deck. This is by Philip and Stephanie Cargon. This is a fantastic deck you can buy off Amazon. It's truly inspirational. It's I used to use Jasmine. You want a message from your guides? Sonia, you can work for that one.
Okay.
Right, so this is for Tree. Tree wants to know.
Bear with me.
About Caleb. So what I've been doing is shuffling these cards and just working with Tree's energy. If we're going to do a successful card reading, always, if you go and get a card reading, will then watch the reader work with the cards. Sometimes they just place one hand on it, other times they will shuffle, other times the cards will be on the table and they will just have an intensity for the cards. So to work with these cards, I've been shuffling these cards. I've been working with the name on the screen, Tree. I've just been summoning the energy and working with the energy to see what the energy is and what the cards are going to reveal for Tree. So while I've been shuffling these cards, the one at the top is the owl, or the bottom. The one at the bottom is the owl. Okay, so if we just move the cards, take a card out of the middle, and this is going to tell you what Caleb thinks of you. Oh my God.
It's upside down.
I know. Now, some people will say it's the opposite meaning because it's upside down, but I don't go along with that. I'll go along with the fact that I drop the cards on the floor, scoop them all up. So some cards are upside down and some are not. Right, so let's look at it the other way. So you can take it that this is the boar, as you can see. Oh, it's not, it's the sow. Right, so you can take it that this is family orientated. So what Caleb is looking for is family. What Caleb is looking for is someone to share the rest of his life with. It's someone to go forward with. It's someone to create a future with. So what does Caleb think of you? Well, I'm going to leave it up to you to decide what he thinks of you. So are you going forward together with a family in mind? Are you going forward together to see if there's a family coming in the future? Are you going forward together to discover? So these are the questions that you need to ask yourself and rely on natural intuition. If you ask these questions to yourself and say, is Caleb capable of this? Well, then the answer is yes. So this card has told you all you need to know about Caleb and his thoughts towards you right now. It's family orientated. All right, take care, Tree Tree. If that works out for you, come back and say you're our first wedding. Come back and tell us. We want to know. Okay, Sonia.
Yes, I've got Jasmine and her spiritual guide's message. And I don't know why, but I wanted to get up to get the love reading cards that I used for the general readings tonight. And the card that I pulled for you is Sacred Woman. And I feel there is that Indian connection with you. There's an Indian guide that is around you. And although it says Sacred Woman, I don't feel that energy guide is a female. I feel it's a male Indian guide. I feel that there is North American ties to you and this guide. And this guide has got a lot to say for himself, and he's got a lot to impart with you. The tarot card that I pulled for you was the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is about knowing that there's more out there. It's being around people and situations that where you're really happy and really loved, but knowing that life has something else to offer you. Spirit are offering you something else. And I feel that this unconditional love that comes from spirit, it's something that you couldn't ever put a price on it. Once you get that clear direction with spirit, you would never, it's something that's truly sacred. Unconditional love from the spirit world is why we're here. It's what we do. And I feel that this is something that's your spirit guide is trying to impart on you at the moment, is to take more time meditation. If you can't meditate, a great way to meditate if it's just to sit in a chair. Find a room that's really quiet, sit in the chair and close your eyes. You don't necessarily have to set the intention to meditate, but you have to set the intention to clear your mind. And for the first 3 or 4 minutes, the thoughts will come in, there'll be loads of them. But the longer you sit, the easier it is to clear the mind. And once you start clearing the mind, that information from spirit is going to flood through. So I feel that spirit have a lot to give you, and you have a lot to give as well, Jasmine. There's going to be a lot of spiritual work for you to do. Okay.
Right, every now and again you come across a name, and when we roll the name off our tongue, it brings in the energy. So as the energy comes forward, it builds. So if you go to a spiritualist church and there's a medium standing there and they say, can I have your name? And they repeat the name back to you. The reason they repeat the name back to you is to build energy. So they might ask you 2 or 3 times, what's your name? But the reason is they're just resonating with the energy and they're just building the energy. Okay, so Anne, sorry to hear about your partner being in hospital. He's going to be okay. He's going to be okay. Hopefully, he's going to be out before Christmas. I get the feeling he's going to be out before Christmas, but everything's going to be okay. So relax, settle. A great way to relax and to settle, what Sonia just said about meditation, palms. I'll bring it out every week. Every week I say, bring your palms together. It brings the chakras together. as the chakras come together, it brings out that circle of energy from one palm to your shoulder, to your heart, to the other arm, to the palm. Let the palms join. It increases your circle of energy, it brings your circle of energy, and it creates light. So as your vibration goes up, it turns the light on in the spirit world. And as it turns the light on in the spirit world, so it attracts spirit to you. If you want loved ones to come forward, it's the easiest thing in the world to raise your vibration. Just bring your palms together as if in prayer. Now, a lot of people associate this to religion. They associate to Catholicism, to Christianity, to numerous religions throughout the world where they bring their palms together. But it isn't. It's ancient. If you look at cave paintings, if you look at, I forget the name of it, earliest cuneiform, it's the oldest language in the world. It's the oldest recognized written language in the world. And there's pictures of people with their hands together and with their palms out, and light radiating from their palms, from their heart. The aura around the top, the halo around the top of the head. It all starts with the palms. So bring your palms together and relax, breathe. As you breathe, you're reinventing, recirculating, you're recreating your own energy. That is the easiest thing to do. It's got nothing to do with religion. It's about your energy, and it's about you lighting up for the spirit world. It's so that the spirit world can see you. So, going forward, Anne, I believe you're going to have a beautiful Christmas, love. I believe you're going to have a wonderful time. I believe hubby's coming out. I think hubby will be out of hospital before Christmas. I don't think it's anything drastic. I don't think it's anything too serious. Yes, he's had a heart attack. Yes, it is serious. Yes, times are stressful. You're going to be okay. It will be all right. Okay, Sonia.
Okay, I'm being pulled towards Anja from Germany. Hello, lovely for you to join us. Before I get on with your cards, if you've just joined us or whether you've been here for a while, please comment again. We're here for another 10 minutes, so we've got time to fit a few more readings in. Just let us know if you really want to read in the comments, and we'll be doing the readings that have just come up, because the other people might not be here still. So we wanted to try and get people who are still here. So Anja, if you're still here and you wanted a message from your spirit guide. So again, I've used the oracle cards and I've pulled yin and yang. And I feel that here that the yin and yang is opposites and balance, but I feel that you're a healer. You are definitely a healer. And not just a healer, because I've pulled the Hierophant, which is the teacher. You should be teaching spiritual healing. So I feel that your guides, there's a shift in energy with your guides, and your guides are bringing in a different kind of healing energy. And I feel that that's an Eastern rather than a Western type of healing energy. Even though you're in Germany, I still feel it's Eastern that you're going to be drawn to. If that resonates, can you let us know in the comments? Do you pick anything up for Anja with regards to healing?
I get tonight is very much a healing evening. I seem to be getting more healers than what I'm getting anything else. Whereas normally there's a nice mix. But I'm definitely getting a sense of healing tonight. Anya, what do you do? That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer. What do you do? What do you do? Do you work with your hands? Are you a massage therapist? Are you a massage therapist? That'd be remarkable if you are. The heat that comes from your hands is incredible. If you're not a massage therapist, you must be a baker. You work with ovens. The heat that comes from your hands is incredible. It's yes. What? Okay, you can tell me. What do you do?
Yeah, tell us what you do. There
Why
is
does
healing of some form there, whether that's working with, there is some kind of healing with you, definitely.
but there
Receptionist.
in what massage parlor? Not being rude.
Don't push your luck.
Okay.
Okay, right. Can we move on because we haven't got much longer? I just want to address something that we had written down there from Tracy. Is my guide male or female? Two things I want to say about that is we all have a team of guides that are around us. We have a main guide in my own understanding and my own truth. We have a main guide that is with us from birth, and we have a team of guides that are around us all the time. And as we develop, they change. So any particular moment in time, if we need a healing guide for us, then a different healing guide will come through. A way you can find out if your male spirit guide is male or female. Perfect. Get yourself a pendulum. I live by what my pendulum tells me. You're working with your own higher energy, and it's saying yes to me now. A lot of the information I got about my main guide in the many years ago, I've been there. We've all been there. Bruce has been there. The thing you want to know, the things you want to find out, you get validation. What I said earlier about validation from different people and different things that happen in life. I use my pendulum. Are you male? Are you female? And you get a yes or no answer. Then I start asking, does your name begin with A, B, C, D, E, until you get it to go yes. And then you can work on it till you get that picture. You'll find that you will get validation of your guides from outside places. One of my guides I got validation from 3 years after I was first told about them, and then they turned out to be somebody completely different. The name was the same, but they turned out to have different things. So I think as you progress, your guides also change. So what you could have as a guide today might not be a guide tomorrow. Okay.
Okay. I want to cheat. I want to cheat. I want to go to someone that I know. So I'm going to go to your daughter, Sonia.
Oh, Kaylee. Oh, she'll be happy. She has asked, though, in fairness.
Okay. So what happens is if we see you last week, see you next week, see you the week after, the more you show up and the more you read, just by sitting there reading the messages, just by sitting there looking at us, the energy builds. So the energy between me and you, between us and you, the energy between you and us. So the energy builds. And if you get to recognize a deck of cards, whether it be animal, whether it be trees, whether it be tarot, whether it be angel, so it could be because the energy builds. So just allow that energy to build, allow that energy to happen. When you read back and you go through all these messages, it's a healing moment for you. The energy is building, you're generating healing, and the energies come across to us, the energies reflect back to you. So just by being here at any time of the day, you're going to pick up on the energy and we're going to pick up on your energy. Now, Kaylee has been here for the last 4 weeks. Kaylee is an absolute treasure. I've known her for 10 years. I taught her to drive. I taught Kaylee to drive. Now, Kaylee has just asked for a reading. She has never done this before. Kaylee has never asked for a reading, but she is an amazingly spiritual person, and yet she's so shy. I can imagine her sitting there all red-faced because I've mentioned that. Okay, so I've got the animal deck. I'm going to do one card, just to see what card comes out and what we can interpret from the card. So what Sonia's got to remember is that Kaylee isn't her daughter. Kaylee has just asked, don't believe that. Look at that.
The sow.
Now, I have been sitting here shuffling these cards, as you've seen, and I've pulled out the same card. That is absolutely remarkable. Kaylee, it's the young ones around you. It's the young ones around you. Okay, go Go get yourself a job in a school and work with young ones. Sort your life out, love. You belong with young ones. It's the young ones that treasure you. Go and work with the young ones. It's what you're born to do. You can't get clearer than that, Kay. If you get the opportunity to work in the school as a helper, go and do it, mate. Go and do it.
Yeah.
I know how caring you are. I know how gentle you are. I know how sensitive you are. This is telling you to go and work with the young ones. I hope that resonates with you, Kay. I don't really know what's going on with your life at the moment. I haven't seen you for a year or so. I haven't seen you for a while. Hope that resonates with you. If you are thinking about going into a school to work as a helper or anything like that, there you go. Perhaps it's something for the new year, something to consider. But there you are.
I also think with that particular card that it's the mother that's come out, and being a mother is what you were born to be. Some of us look for our life purpose, like we had in one of the groups earlier, and your life purpose is to be a mother. I don't think there is much else that you need to do except embrace that role completely. Okay, just before we move on, I'm just going to say, I mean, we're getting close to time, but I know I brought my pendulum up. Bruce uses his pendulum a lot. If on a Friday evening we go live from the Spiritual Centre Facebook page, so if you'd like us to do an evening of readings with the pendulums, then perhaps we'll do that on the Spiritual Centre page. Do you fancy that, Bruce?
Right, the advantage of a pendulum, we've had so many requests tonight for readings. We've actually got, this is the most we've had in the room is 104, and we're looking at 70 at the moment. There's 70 people in the various rooms. So the quantity of people that are asking for a reading, we just don't get the opportunity.
Yeah, we can't do everyone.
The greatest advantage of a pendulum is it's yes or no. If you ask a question, it'll give you a yes or no. A very simple question: is my spirit guide male or female? Is my partner going to be okay? Is Mark coming back? Question earlier: is Mark coming back? Hold on, here we go. Is Mark coming back? Normally, if it's going anti-clockwise, it'd be a no. It's going anti-clockwise. Not only is it going anti-clockwise, it's very deliberately going anti-clockwise. The answer is a no. The answer is a no. Leave Mark alone. Leave Mark alone.
It's funny because we just got that message come up.
There. Lovely. Should I move on from S? This is, we've got a shutdown. We're on 8 o'clock. Okay. It's not telling me anything. It's not moving.
Sometimes you don't need to know the answer. That's the thing with the pendulum.
Sometimes you don't need to know the answer. Sometimes it's down to you.
Yeah.
If it refuses to answer the question, then it's down to you. It's what your energy says. If you think you should message, message. If you think you should communicate, communicate. The question is, should I move on? What do you think? If the pendulum is refusing to answer, it's not doing anything. It's not moving. Oh, it's moving now. It's anti-clockwise. It normally means it's not going anti-clockwise. It's stopped.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that wants to say
No,
anything.
I wouldn't take anything from this. I really would not. I wouldn't take anything from this. Use your own intuition and you decide.
Lastly, the last thing I'm going to say before we go for this live is, Tracy, enjoy it. The most important thing about working with spirit is to have fun and enjoy it. The absolute best thing you can do is enjoy every single experience you have and write it down. Write it down so you remember and you can go back and reflect. Okay, so this is the end of our lives for this week. Thank you for joining us.
It is almost. Alina, I saw you just on the end. I saw you. Your name caught my attention. What a lovely name, Alina. Is a new job coming for me in the spring? That's very positive, isn't it? Look, it likes you today. It likes you. That's clockwise. That's a yes. The answer is yes. There's a new job coming. There's new horizons. It's a very easy, positive answer. The energies are very strong. The stronger the energy, the easier the pendulum will work.
Yeah.
Okay, so we will consider using a pendulum for one of our lives sooner rather than later.
Yes, and hopefully go over to the Spiritual Centre and like that Facebook page as well as the tarot page, and then you'll get notified of when we're live. But we are live on a Friday at 7 from the Spiritual Centre and 9 from here. The other thing before we go is please pop over to our websites, thespiritualcentre.net for me and thespiritualcentre.com for Bruce. Sign up to our newsletter. You do get given freebies on my site and Bruce's site, and you are the first people to be notified of all of anything that we're doing or any offers that we have. I do have a free prize draw running at the moment for a free personal tarot reading with me with my new cards. So please look out for that post.
But one more thing before we go.
Yep.
The energies have been absolutely magnificent tonight. There has been a lot of energy around, and that mixes with my energy, mixes with your energy. It comes to me, to us. It goes back out to you. So the easiest way to do it, if you want to get an easy night's sleep away from all this energy, close it down. And the easiest way to close it down, put your hands together. Put your hands together, make a very simple dedication. The dedication is, my energy is my own. My energy is my own. And what you're doing is bringing all of your energies into alignment all the way down. Even though I'm sitting here and not standing, my feet are flat on the floor. My energies are my own. And just open the palms. Release all of the energy, allow it to go out into the world, into the planet. Let it go to the four corners of the planet. For all you flat earthers out there, let it go to the four corners of the planet and send healing. What I'd also like you to do tonight is at 9 o'clock. At 9 o'clock, I want you to think about the healing that is needed for everyone here today. The healing that is needed across the planet. All the tragedies that are going on to the animal kingdom, to us, to all the victims of COVID, to all the wars that are going on, to all the hostility that is going on. So at 9 o'clock, think about all that. Just open your palms, just allow the energies to flow, and join me, join us, join the Spiritual Centre group in sending out healing everywhere. Take care. God bless.
Bless you all. Thank you all for joining us.
Bye.
Bye.